What's going on YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. Today's going to be another product review. Before we get started, please hit that subscribe button down below, also the notification bell. That way when I upload new videos, you guys be notified. I'm going to try to upload new videos now because it's getting in the springtime. I don't have 5-6 feet of snow in my backyard. Keep an eye out for those videos. But without further ado, today's video is going to be on the Tyrant CNC Glock 19 Gen 5 threaded barrel. Full disclosure here, I did reach out to Tyrant CNC. They were kind enough to send this out for me to do a review. I've done product reviews for them in the past, and they've been such a great supporter of this channel. I'll leave a link in the link tree description below. Go ahead and check them out. Again, this is the Tyrant CNC Glock Gen 5 threaded match barrel. Here's the box that it comes in. We are going to do an unboxing and just some specs. Hopefully tomorrow it doesn't snow or rain. I'm going to hop outside and do a few quick shots for you guys, see what I think about this barrel. So let's go ahead and jump down and take a closer look. Alright, brought you guys a little closer. Again, this is the box. Not that much to it. It is actually pretty well packaged. Pretty plain and simple. Open it up. Go and get the barrel. I did go with the gold color. I've always had a thing for gold and black. I'd be going to my Glock 19 here. That's all I get inside. And then on the back here just shows the specs and what's all included. We'll go over that in a bit here. So here is the Glock 19 Gen 5 match grade threaded barrel. So this one here is specifically made for the Glock 19 Gen 5. This also fits the 19X and the 45. They do make a threaded version like this one and a non-threaded version if you live in a non-free state. Thread pitch is going to be 1/2 by 28. It's almost universally used between a lot of companies now, just because a lot of suppressors they use that, and comps they also use that as well. So there it is, threading. Everything seems to be nice and machined. This is a little dirty just because I have this coming in. That'll be a separate video. Today's video is going to be on the threaded barrel itself. I just did a dry fit test and everything seems to be working just fine. All their threaded barrels do come with a thread protector. This did come with an O-ring. I took that off just because I couldn't get it into my slide, and that O-ring was stuck on there pretty good, so I ended up ripping it off. There it is, the thread protector. It's pretty neat style. It's kind of cone shaped, a little different from other thread protectors. This one here is the gold tinifer finish. They also make a black DLC finish, and this is a black anodized thread protector like I mentioned. This is their match grade drop-in trigger, meaning that there's going to be no fitting when you drop it into your slide here. I will put that here in a bit. I'm not going to show the install because YouTube is really strict about that, but I'll show it after the install, and then I'm going to show you guys the fitment and everything. Specs on this: it is made from pre-hardened 416R stainless steel. According to Tyrant CNC, you can shoot steel-cased ammo out of this barrel, which is nice because in hard times like this, any type of ammo you find is good ammo in my books. So this barrel has a 1 in 10 twist, and a factory Glock is a 1 to 9.84. So that's relatively pretty close to the Glock barrel twist. Just some design features, as you guys can see here. This does have symmetric fluting. It's not spiraled or anything. According to Tyrant CNC, the symmetric fluting allows the barrel to dissipate heat at a consistent rate and a consistent range across the entire length of the barrel. It does have deep crowning. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'll take this off here. So there is a crown on there, and compare it to the Glock crown. That's the Glock crown. This one's got more of a little indent versus this one where it's just a really nice crown on it. So the deep crowning is available on all of their barrels, and it also increases the bullet stability and velocity as it exits the firearm. So again, this is their match grade barrel. So when I step outside, I'm going to try to do some accuracy testing at 7 yards, just compare this one to the Glock barrel to see which one's more accurate. And as you guys can see, compared to the factory Glock barrel, this is a little sleeker design, just makes it more aesthetically pleasing. It's got cutouts here, cuts on the top, and the side here is flat. These are made here in the USA. Lifetime warranty, and the price on these are $179.99 for both the gold and the black. So you're choosing. I've heard a lot of tinifer finishes wear faster than the DLC, but I don't mind that. It's just a tool, so you're going to end up using it. And also like the look of this. So we're going to do some quick measurements here between the Glock barrel and the Tyrant CNC barrel, just to see how they're built. I'm just going to hold them up like this for you guys first. So that's the hood. And then these are the lugs. They're relatively pretty close, but I believe the Tyrant CNC's lugs are a little bit more robust. So we will take a measurement lengthwise on the threaded barrel first. If you guys don't have one of these, get one. They're pretty cheap off Amazon. So this one is, I'm going to measure it from all the way from the back to the front. It's 4.4 inches. Factory barrel is going to be so it's right on par with what Glock says is the 4-inch barrel. Next, we're going to measure the diameter of the barrel here, sitting right at half an inch, roughly. Right there. 0.5. And then this one by Tyrant CNC. This is going to be the outermost, same exact measurement. 0.5. Next measure I'm going to take is from the top of the hood here to the bottom of this first lug. It's right at 0.9 inches. This one's also 0.9 inches. Which is surprising because looking at these two, the lugs on these seem a little bit bigger, but actually no. When I look at them side by side, they do look to be about the same height and everything, same dimensions. And then the last measurement I'm going to take is the length of the hood here. 1.2 for the factory one. 1.2. So Tyrant CNC's machining process is really close to the factory Glock barrel. Just looking at the feed ramp here, this does open up just a little bit more on the sides compared to the factory Glock barrel. It has a little bit more of a lip on the outer edges. I'm not sure if you guys can see it. It's kind of hard to see, maybe right there, compared to the factory one. Alright, so that's all the measurements I'm going to take. I know this is the boring part, but I like to get the specs out and how well these are machined. So we're going to put it on my Glock and we will see how the fitment is. So there's installed on the 19. And that's going to be the thread protector. That's what it looks like without it. I advise you to keep the thread protector on because it's going to protect your threads. Again, like I mentioned, this did come with an O-ring. What that does is it keeps this in place when you're shooting, so it doesn't back out. But everything seems to be really tight fit. You guys can look here. So a lot of fitment issues that I've seen from aftermarket barrels is going to be right here on the hood. This here is really tight. You can see that meets up right against the slide, again with the front as well. I do like the skeletonized look. It cuts down on weight and aesthetically looks appealing. This also does have a stamp that says 9mm on there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is there. And then Tyrant's logo. Yeah, that is what it looks like in all its glory. I know people are going to ask, this is not stippled. This is the Handle It 2 grips. This is their hybrid version. Somewhat of a sandpaper or rubber texture at the same time. They did send that out for me to do a review. I'll be doing that in a separate video after I get a few more 100 rounds through this gun. Chimney trigger, you guys seen that. 519T, you guys seen that video. If you guys have not seen it, check it out my video list. And then I'm rocking the X300 UA 1000 lumen again. I was running the TLR7, but with this comp on there, I like the looks of a longer barrel because with the comp, it kind of sticks out to like right there. And it just makes it look more uniform. That is it for the desktop part. So we're going to jump outside and do a little shooting session for you guys to see what I think about the barrel. Probably going to do a head-to-head with the factory Glock barrel and a quick accuracy test at 7 yards. I know for a fact that these barrels are going to be more accurate than I am, but I'm going to do my best. So stay tuned. It'll be the next day, but it'll be worth the wait for me, for you guys. You guys will see right away. So I'll meet you guys outside. Alright everyone, so we're outside. It's the next day. It's pretty cold today. It's about in the mid-teens, kind of snowy. Do apologize for the wind. We'll be using the factory Glock barrel first, and then we'll be using the Tyrant CNC. Just going to do a few group testing for you guys. and then we're just going to shoot around for fun. Alright, so we'll be shooting right there. The right target's going to be the factory Glock barrel, and then to the left is going to be the Tyrant CNC barrel. I did put a new plate on here, so I'm not sure if the zero is still going to hold true, but I'm just going to go for grouping here. So let's get it started. Alright, here we go again. Factory Glock barrel. Alright, next is going to be the Tyrant CNC barrel. I do have to admit, my groups are not the best over there. I haven't shot in the longest time. So we'll go ahead and get this installed. Alright, so I do have the Tyrant CNC installed. Again, threat protector, match grade barrel. See how this does. Again, we're shooting on the left target. Let's go down and take a look. Like I said, these are my groupings. This is the factory Glock barrel. Again, not the best. Haven't shot in about 4 or 5 months. That there is the Tyrant CNC. We'll load up some more loads and do some more shooting here. Come around through this. Then again, the thread protector is coming loose. That's just something that you need the O-ring for. Like I said, I made the mistake of breaking it. Barrel is getting a little dirty, but this is going to wipe right off. I haven't cleaned this gun prior to this. Let's put some more rounds through this thing. So far I'm loving this barrel. Everything seems to be functioning pretty good. Only time will tell. And you guys can see with the tinnifer finishes, you guys will see some carbon build up there. Just wipe and it'll come right off. Again, keep your O-ring if you decide not to use a comp, because it will come loose like it is now. Within the next few weeks, I'm going to put a few hundred rounds through this just to see how well it's going to hold up. If it has no malfunctions, I'm actually going to use it as my daily carry. I do have a compensator from Harrington Arms that I will be doing a review next on, so keep an eye out for that. Hoping that one will work as well. Let's get this loaded and do some more shooting. We're going to step back a little bit further, about 20 yards. Alright, as you guys just saw, that's just the first few rounds through this barrel here. Everything seems to be functioning great. It's just a little dirty, but you just take a rag or your finger to wipe it off, and the carbon deposits are gone. We'll take this off and we'll see the wear on this. Just bringing you guys a little closer here. Hopefully you guys can see all this can just be wiped off. Just carbon buildup from my slide that I did not wipe off. The hood here does have some wear marks on it already. There's the chamber. How well you guys can see it, I know it's outside, I do apologize. And the lugs seem to be still in good shape. Threads look a little dirty, but that is expected because that's the end of the muzzle. I did notice on the bottom here it does have a slight drag mark here. That won't bother me. Again, like I mentioned, this is a tool, it's meant to be used. So far everything seems to be good on this barrel. I know I didn't put a lot of rounds through it in this video, put about 40 rounds through it. What are some things I like about this? Initially, the fit and finish is good. Like I did mention, it does have a few wear marks, but that is expected. The coating on this feels really nice. I do like the symmetrical fluting here. I'm not a huge fan of the spiral fluting on some barrels. Accuracy wise, this is just on par, maybe just a tad bit better than the Glock 19 Gen 5 factory barrel. I know I haven't shot in a while, so my groupings are really big, but the groupings with the Tyrant CNC was just a little bit tighter than the factory Glock barrel. But anyways, that's all I have for today's video. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, I just want to say thanks to Tyrant CNC for setting out this barrel for me to do a review. Greatly appreciate that. If you guys have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe and the notification bell. Until next time, be safe, everyone.